wins on the season for the number 30 of David Bernier.
Yeah, I think I'm short.
I don't think I got a step stool. Hold on a minute.
I'll
I
try.
got an idea.
Okay. I'll just like put my.
He doesn't have to sit down.
I'll put my knees on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that didn't help.
No, not really.
It helped him enough.
Yeah.
Stand up on the chair. Yeah, stand up.
I'm not gonna stand.
Stand up.
All right. Yes. All right. All right. Hi everyone. I think it's a little bit crazy standing up here in front of all of you as the 2024 Bandolero Bandit champion. I'm going to try to make this short and sweet so everyone can get back to their conversations. But before I go any further, there is a handful of people that need to be thanked right off the bat. These are those behind the scenes each week that keep my dream alive of racing. Don, thank you for getting us into the pits every week, always greeting us with a smile, and your good luck fist bumps. Lenny and Ed, who keep the program together, all the crew members working the pits, the announcers, and the tech team who make sure we don't cheat. Also, thank you to East Coast Towing for help on the track, all the track officials, our ambulance for keeping us safe, even if I can only count on one hand how many times they actually arrived on time. All right. Yep. My dad and my stepmom first brought me to the Seekonk when I was 4 years old, and my uncle Peter was sponsoring our friend Ryan Kuhn and his late model, and invited us to come watch. Although at the time I may have found the toy booth and Hot Wheels more entertaining, the racing was pretty cool to watch too. Dad and Heather both had fun memories of coming to the Seekonk with their families when they were younger, so this made it come full circle. We continued coming whenever Ryan was racing, and that's when talk of getting me behind the wheel began. It would be 6 years later that we would buy a Bandolero, all the gear, and roll out onto the track for the first time. And now on to the long web of people that have such a big part of my racing each week. First, Uncle Peter, who's responsible for helping get my first car, and is a former racer at Seekonk Speedway. To my mentor and coach Dick Benoit, thank you for being there, being here since day one, teaching me in your garage, and shrinking your knowledge down to bando size. Also for being by my side each week, cheering me on, and continuing to provide guidance as scenarios changed. Moving on to Marilyn and Dave McDonald, who were my first sponsors in the bando, and have been a part of Bernier families for the past 35 years, as they were also a sponsor of Uncle Peter. You guys set us up with a great foundation and continue to support me throughout the past 2 years. John and Mike Hannafin, thank you for allowing me and my parents to shadow you when we were just starting out, and for continuing to always offer a helping hand on and off the track. Also, thank you for introducing us to Glenn Shalotsky and Phil Rondo, who sold us our first car and now have become such a huge part of Bernier racing team. All the way from Connecticut, Glenn and Rondo always offered their help and watch every race to know how I did, from helping us with the setup, answering the calls at all hours, and dynoing our engines. My season would not have been as successful without you. For the next person, I have to start off by thanking myself. If it wasn't for me crashing to the wall in my fourth ever race, we wouldn't have met Chris Dumont. Chris took my car after the wreck and helped get it back together in time for the next race. Since then, Chris has been instrumental in our racing every week, from letting us use his garage and tools, storing our trailer in his house, and completing maintenance with us each week. And most importantly, keeping my safety top priority. Thank you to my dad and stepmom and mom for being my biggest cheerleaders and continuing to give me the confidence I need to get behind the wheel each week. To Grandpa Bob, who never missed a race no matter how old he was feeling that day. Grandma Cindy for always having chicken fingers and crushed soda ready for me for after the race. The Grandma Sue who helping hold down the home front and being the permanent Friday night babysitter for my little sister. Thank you to Mike McGinn, barely missing a race and helping to tech the car each week. To Katrina McGinn for being the official Team Bernier videographer with the best commentary ever. And lastly, thank you to Mason, Ayla, Jace, Luca, and CJ for battling on the track and sportsmanship off the track. And last but not least, thank you to all my sponsors which made this dream a reality. McDonald Industries, Nest Security, Boss Lady Graphics, Classic Collision, Greco Ford, Jace Flying Pizza, Dog Train Elite, Portside Renewables, Gordic and Sun Seal Coating, J Smooth Tinting, Comtank, and Cornwell Tools. Racing at Seekonk is something I will never take for granted, and I am honored and thankful each time I start my engine and drive down the tunnel to the track. The Conk puts on a great program for us kids to make Friday our favorite night of the week. Our racing family continues to grow with the people we meet, especially those that have become our friends. 13 races, 12 podium finishes, 5 wins, and a Triple Crown championship, and the track championship has definitely made the 2024 season one to remember. It couldn't have come better during a better year, as this season was dedicated to Dick Gilly. Dick was so much more than just a neighbor. He loved me like he was my grandson, and he unfortunately lost his battle to cancer in January, leaving a pretty big hole in our hearts. However, bringing home this championship in his name is a true honor. And now he's there with me each and every race, probably holding on to his tighty whities each lap. And with that being said, I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their evening. Looking forward to seeing everyone when the green flag drops in 2025.